Lately, I have been really interested in Japanese street fashion. There's something about the diverse silhouettes, colors, and styles that really inspires me. So today, I want to dive deep on these fashion styles and see what my character would look like in these. This video will be a combination of my research, my opinions, and the thoughts in my brain while drawing. I know these subcultures are one ones that I might present. So yes, I might be spreading misinformation, and I expect you to correct me. I will also be leaving some creators that I really like that cover subcultures really good. So let's start. First, let me introduce my persona, aka the person I'm drawing. This is Lishi, my OC. I would describe her default style as soft grunge, kind of giving art student, like mostly introverted with a bit of that. I actually made a whole video designing her, which you should totally check out. Have you listened to the opening of Death Note? If so, did you know that the band that this song is considered Vkei? This style is full of dramatic silhouettes, dramatic makeup, extravagant costumes, and androgynous style, and only that with good, edgy music. I wanted to include this style first because it was the reason I wanted to make this video in the first place. I discovered Vkei because I came across this band called Versailles. I know, really unoriginal, right? There's something about songs that make you feel like a medieval king with that English that I love. Anyway, Vkei is very diverse in terms of fashion, so I chose this sub-style called Kodeke, which is considered like a classic style in Vkei, because this style is kind of dark and heavily decorated. I kept a lot of my attention on the eyes. I wanted them to look like I wanted to imitate this dark makeup style. I also used like a rougher brush to give them those like a rough. Personally, I've never drawn my character like so intensely before. I do love more androgynous styles and stuff like that, but I do think this is the kind of outfit that I feel like it will be like it is too cool for me to wear, so I probably wouldn't, you know. Anyway, this is me adding final touches and some details, and this is the final result. I think it kind of suits her. Like, I love this style, but what do you think? Will she be able to become a rapper? Gyaru. 超かわいい。遊びたい。かわい子がいい。Gyaru is the subculture of feminine rebellion. It's quite diverse too, but some elements often seen are exaggerated makeup, curly hair, dyed hair, and lots of accessories. Gyaru has a long history. It's not only fashion, it's considered a lifestyle. They even have their own language and their own dance associated with them, called para. Anyway, this illustration probably took the longest because while I was finishing this, I encountered a big problem, which is that it was so boring to me. It was so boring looking. So I redid it. And what did I change this time? Well, first, I thinked. That's right. It's important to think while making illustrations. And what I mean by this is, although I had an initial idea, I didn't know how to put that intention forward. Like, do you know what I mean? What I wanted to portray in this style is definitely really my own style, so like that's why she is uncomfortable, but I didn't know how to communicate it. So this time around, I chose a different eye level that makes her look like she like smaller, shyer. I also exaggerated the expression. The colors are different, and I feel like this time around the original Gyaru style is better portrayed than last time, because I really tried to like make the Gyaru style fit my own. I don't think I could portray it well in the last illustration. So yeah, and this is the final result. As a girl kisser, there's something about this feminine rebellion that turns my brain cells on. And I don't mean it in a weird way. So if you consider yourself a Gyaru, you should consider giving me your number. Now we're approaching the end. Don't leave me though. Jirai is probably the most popular, but dark is one out of this list. It's a style that looks really cool, but is associated with a lot of bad things, like the term landmine woman, which is used for women that might seem fine at first, but then explode. It is also associated with other mental illnesses. This doesn't mean that all people who wear this style are also associated with themselves with this. So we're just going to ignore all that and focus on the aesthetic. Jirai is probably another style that I probably wouldn't use in real life, but something I really like are the more muted and darker colors that I see used in this style. As you can see, and this time around, I got more comfortable using 3D models, as in posing them and making them feel like look normal. The vibe I was going for is like sickly cute, like this style. So like, you know, she's in a kind of cool pose with her legs kind of open, but she's like sitting quietly with her, like eating her pantaji. Yes, I did say I didn't want to lean into darker themes, but psych, you're being eaten. Also, as you can see how my style really changes between each style. That is intentional, and for this one I wanted to keep it more soft and, you know, like cute. I don't know. And this is the final result. I've always wanted to incorporate gender elements into my persona, but I wasn't really sure. What do you think? And drama please. We're done. Here's what they look like all side by side. What's your favorite? And is there any subculture you'd like me to tackle next? If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. If you want a special drawing from me to you, my commissions are open by the time I upload this video. Check it out if you're interested. You can also find out all my other socials on my description. And thank you for watching.